I've been growing my paper lead agency, and what I realized from people who've even been doing this for several years is that most people are duct taping lead distribution together with some Zaps, Make, or GoHighLevel like some mad scientist. And I know I'm not alone, because if you're running a PPL agency right now, you're probably doing the same thing. Or you're paying $500, $1,000, maybe $3,000 a month for software that's eating away at your profits, and the software probably doesn't even have AI integrated yet. So I decided to build my own. I used to work at Microsoft as a software engineer. I used my engineering skills plus a little bit of Claude code and built an app called Flowzy. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why I built it, the 4 key problems it solves, and why I think every paper lead agency needs this tool. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rafael and I run Great Marketing AI, a performance marketing agency focused on personal injury and MVA leads. Before that, I was a software engineer and I worked at Microsoft for 5 years before building my ad agency, Great Marketing AI, where we deliver high quality leads and even work with some big brands like Neil Patel's MP Digital and Uber Suggest. So I have this weird combo of knowing how to run ads, sell leads, and write code. And that combo is exactly what led me to build this. Because here's the thing, when you're running a PPL agency, your whole business comes down to one question: did I make money today? And the tools that exist right now make that way harder to answer than it should be. Let me break down the 4 problems I keep running into. Cool. So like I mentioned, I've been running a paper lead agency. I manage over 10 million ad spend. The current tools are either $500 to $3,000 a month, or you build a duct tape stack with Zaps, Make, GoHighLevel. None of the existing solutions show you if you're actually profitable in real time. You have to do some accounting setup with a Google Sheet or whatever. Problem number 1 is a duct tape stack. For new agency owners, you either sign up with Lead Prosper like I did and spend $500 a month, where, they have a pretty big lead volume cap for that starting price. But I'm only, as a new agency owner, delivering 50 to maybe 100 leads a month. It doesn't really make sense for me to pay that much a month when I'm starting off, right? So the cost is high. You have to capture the leads, route them with a Zap or GoHighLevel or Make. You also have to track the caps of each buyer. So each buyer has a total cap, maybe a daily cap, maybe a weekly cap. You have to track all of that, set up some Zap, notify the buyer with some custom email notification, or just send it straight, directly to their GoHighLevel. Is the Zap alive? Did the webhook fire? Did the lead post? You're kind of confused. No real way to track the status of those leads, right? The consequences are, if there's any errors with your Zaps or Make, your buyer is going to be angry. Like, where's all my leads, right? The Zap broke. I hit my task limits, whatever, because I'm spending $70 a month on the Zap. So broken Zap, fragile system, that's some of the consequences, right? So there's this duct tape solution. So most PPL agencies start with GoHighLevel, Zap, Make, Google Sheets, all held together by prayers. This works until it doesn't. Your Zap breaks at 2 a.m. You hit your task limits. Cost adds up with Zaps. Also, you're constantly checking the logs, trying to figure out what's going on. Flowzy, the software, replaces that entire stack into one platform. Lets you see the lead statuses. You have a whole timeline. And at the end of this video, I'll actually walk you through a prototype version of the app so you can see how it all works and how it all looks. So stick around for that. And it's as easy to set up as a GoHighLevel workflow. And I'm in this community of like 500 plus different PPL agency owners, brokers, media buyers, etc. I asked a few people. I said, hey bro, quick question. What lead distribution software are you using? GoHighLevel. So they're kind of building out some GoHighLevel workflow. Again, you have to track the caps of each client, right? This client A has a total cap or weekly cap of this. You have to go and duct tape some GoHighLevel solution and do all of that. It's kind of messy. Even for me, where I love GoHighLevel, I didn't even want to go down that route of having to build out this custom solution. I just went straight to Lead Prosper and got set up with them, right? So that's what I did initially. Hey bro, to distribute leads, you're using GoHighLevel mainly, no other lead distribution software, right? Correct. Just GoHighLevel. Same thing, right? They just direct post it, which could work, right? Like I said, this is a possible solution. You could set this all up. For me personally, it's not the ideal solution. As you start growing and scaling, also not the ideal solution. What are you using right now? I've been using LanderLab. I webhook leads into whatever they have. Currently not using lead distribution software. They want to save on costs. Those softwares make sense when you have tons of buyers cost-wise, right? So big thing is cost. So the way we're building our software, for example, like when I got started, I got set up up with Leads Prosper. It was the one that was the most common, right? The starting price is $500 a month to start. And this is, again, you're a brand new PPL agency owner and you have to start paying $500 a month. That already eats up at your profits. So the way we're setting up our pricing is we're going to have a free option. So for people who are starting off, they'll get up to like 50 to 100 leads that they can distribute and route and get set up, so that people who are starting off, or maybe they don't have a ton of volume like this guy here, right? Like it makes sense when you have tons of buyers, tons of volume, you actually are able to reap the benefits of having a all-in-one solution. And I also ask, how do you keep track of how much you're sending out versus your caps? Not hard with Google Sheet if you don't have many clients or buyers yet, right? You can do that. Set up a Google Sheet. How many leads have they gotten? You can look at your logs in GoHighLevel or whatever, or you send all of those leads to a GoHighLevel. We do some of that. And then you have how many leads, you have their total cap, and you have the remaining. So you can do that in a Google Sheet, right? Again, could work. There's a much better solution, which I'll show you at the end of the video. How Flowzy solves this, right? So you have all of this, Zaps, Makes, GoHighLevel, Google Sheet, Duct Tape. Instead, it's an all-in-one platform. The lead comes in. Our software is actually going to validate, score those leads with AI so you can track lead quality over time. It's going to route it to the right buyer. It just works. Simple, right? No 4 or 5 different solutions and working messy. One software, you can do it, track it, everything. Problem number 2 is the profitability black box. And I'm telling you this from experience, right? I came from a retainer-based agency where every month I know what I'm getting, to this PPL model where CPLs fluctuate. Buyers have different lead prices. It's a lot trickier to track your profit margins. So there's this profit visibility problem, right? What's my profit margin as a PPL agency owner? Where in the retainer is easy. I know what I'm getting monthly. It's a retainer. So I have my ad spend, I have my operation cost, and I have my revenue, right? So again, I would have to put a Google Sheet together where I can track daily how much I spent on ads, how many leads got delivered, and calculate my profit that way, right? It's a very manual process. You have to kind of put something, again, duct taping together, right? And it fluctuates a lot. So when I was building this out, I wanted an easy way to calculate my profits and see my revenue in real time, and also be able to get notified, real-time notifications. Hey, my CPL just increased by 25%. Like, okay, let me go check what's going on, right? That's going to eat up into my profits. So to know your profit, you need 3 numbers: ad spend, operation costs, revenue from buyers. Problem is no lead distribution software connects to your ad platforms. Not Baberdo, not Lead Prosper, nobody. None of them connect to your actual ad platform. So imagine you have your Facebook, TikTok, Google spend all in the platform. You also have the data on how much you're selling the leads all in one place. You can calculate your profit in real time. So your ad spend lives in Facebook, revenue lives in your disto, your ad spend lives in your Facebook, your revenue lives in your distribution tool, profit lives in your head. You could be losing money for 3 days before you even realize it, right? If you're not going and updating your sheet or whatever you have, this tool we're building can notify you in real time, and you can also go into the platform and see in real time your profits. So the dashboard shows you real-time profits. Today you spent 500, sold 800 in leads. Your margin is 37%. We break it down by campaign, by buyer, by day, so you can make decisions in minutes. So with Flowzy, you get a real-time profit dashboard, Facebook ads, Google ads, today's overview, right? Your spend, your revenue, your margins, broken down by campaign, buyer, by breakdown. You can make instant decisions in minutes, and it's the single most important metric at all times, right? No spreadsheet, no forward time. You don't have to deal with manually updating a spreadsheet or, doing math in your head. This helps you grow your agency. Problem number 3 is lead quality tracking. This one is a huge one because in the PPL space, here's a problem. You're not delivering quality leads. Those leads aren't going to convert. Your buyer is not going to rebuy, right? So when we started off, we started building out and duct taping this lead scoring system for all of our MVA leads so we can track lead quality. This software helps automate all of that. And it actually leverages AI. So no other platform is leveraging AI to do this right now. So the problem is lead quality. So the agency owner has 100 leads that they sold, half are garbage. The buyer wants a refund. They're angry, right? So they're not going to buy leads. They're going to cancel with you. The root cause is that you don't have a way to track lead quality in real time. So the lead comes in, you have some filters, they get sent out, but how can I see the lead quality from my supplier A versus my supplier B, right? So for example, example, most PPL agencies might have a supplier. They might have multiple suppliers. How can I track lead quality of each supplier's leads? So lead quality is a silent killer. Buyer calls saying half of those are garbage. I want a refund. Most distribution tools treat every lead the same. No intelligence, no scoring. You find out a lead is bad after the buyer complains. So you're reactive, not proactive. Floyd uses AI scoring. So every lead gets a quality score, like a credit score. Green is high quality. Red is probably won't convert. And with AI, we can do this based on the fields that you're asking on the form. So on the front end, based on those fields and how the lead answers those questions, we can score those leads. Also using information about their phone, about their email. Is it a valid? Is it not valid, etc. So the system learns over time, patterns from traffic sources, time of day, geo. You route the best leads to your highest paying buyers. So lower quality to lower price points. You can even charge more and up like a higher fee for higher quality leads. You can show buyers the data. Average quality score is 82 or contact rate 74. Now you have receipts. All right. So how Flowzy solves this is AI scoring. So the lead comes in, we have an AI scoring engine that gives it a quality score, like a credit score: green, high quality; yellow, caution; red, low conversion. Right? You give your best leads, higher paying buyer, you can charge more potentially, right? Maximize your revenue. Lower price buyer gets the lower quality leads, system learns, and you have transparency for buyers. If they say the leads suck, you can look at the data and be like, hey, our AI actually scored this from all of this data points that we have, and actually the leads are good. Problem number 4, client reporting and retention. So the problem is there's a terrible buying reporting experience. I've spoken with PPL agency owners who've been doing this for 6 years, and I asked them, what are the touch points? Do you have weekly meetings? What does that all look like? I come from a retainer-based agency where we have weekly meetings, weekly reports, monthly reports. I was like, what does that look like for PPL? Well, they said that they really just send the leads as long as they're not complaining. I came in with like, okay, how can we improve our touch points with these clients, keep them happy and retain them longer? As a PPL agency owner, you either, send them your client email, give them a spreadsheet where they can see their leads, or some type of CRM client portal that they will probably never log into, right? So how do they know their ROI, the value, the visibility? Buyer stops buying. And the key point is that keeping buyers is easier than having to go find new buyers. Finding new buyers is 10 times harder. So the current reporting for lead buyers is terrible. Email, spreadsheets, CRM, client portals. When buyers can't see value easily, they churn, even if leads are good. And there's agencies whose clients pause, not because the leads are bad, but because they don't have visibility on what they're actually getting. With Flowzy, we have a client portal where buyers can log in and see everything: the leads, the quality scores, delivery history, campaign performance, with actual charts and reporting for them, right? This month you got 85 leads, the quality score 79, your estimated case value or estimated, revenue, whatever, is 42K. When clients see the value clearly, they buy more leads, they increase their caps, and they refer other businesses. It also makes you look bigger, more professional, more trustworthy than email or Zapier webhooks. So the way we solve this is there's a client portal where they can log in, they see all of their metrics, estimated value for all of those leads, and we try to tell a story. Not only that, we also have automated reporting, external and internal, with email and Slack webhooks. So internal, you can get a Slack notification or email notification around your buyers, caps, or anything like that. External, the clients can get a weekly email report with all of their leads, their quality, and all of that, so that you're always staying top of mind, branded with your logo. And on that email, we add a button, so there's an easy way for them to rebuy more leads. So who exactly is Flowzy AI for? So the old way before Flowzy was the Zaps, the spreadsheets, the duct taping of all of these different softwares, right? Not for an agency. It's complex, it's expensive, it's disconnected. Flowzy, it's an all-in-one platform. So we have profitability dashboard reporting, right? AI lead scoring. You have a client portal and automated reporting for your clients. No duct taping together. It's going to tell you if you're making money. It's also going to help you make more money because you can see your lead quality scores and improve retention for your clients. And if you want access to this, there's a link in the description where you can sign up and try it for free. All I ask is, as you use the software for free, that you keep giving us feedback. We want to keep improving the product and making it even greater. So let me just give you a quick little demo of Flowzy AI. So there's a dashboard view where you can see your profitability, how much you spent, how much you made, your lead volume per platform, your profit margins, net profit, revenue, total leads, lead status, whether they're accepted, converted, disputed, or rejected. Converted is actually a great feature because you can mark those leads as converted if you have access to your client's disposition notes or whatever, and they mark clients as converted. You can go into your own, you can log into Flowzy and mark it as converted. They can also do it through their own client portal, so you can see how many leads are converting and we can track conversion rates. So if we go to campaigns now, here's all your campaigns. You have the vertical, the status, the method, cap usage, how much revenue you made from that campaign. If I click on this, this is where I'm going to see my ad spend, how many leads, how much revenue I've made for my campaign. You have all your financials. So here's the total revenue. Like I mentioned, we want to track profitability. So revenue, ad spend, supplier costs. Potentially, if you bought leads from another supplier, you can link your ad campaigns here. So from Facebook, Google, whatever, and we can calculate your net profit and your margins. So these are all your inbound suppliers, the ones that are supplying leads for this campaign. And then these are all your actual buyers. So you can see this buyer has a cap of 100. We've sent 65. 3 of them got rejected. So that's 4%. This is how much revenue we've made and how much profit we've made from this buyer. We also have filters at the campaign level, buyer level, supplier level, all our field mappings, and you'll be able to see leads here at the bottom. Here you can click on a lead, and then we can see the timeline, the contact information, lead data, UTMs, and we can even edit and reprocess leads here. Here you can manage all of your clients and all of their data, how we deliver leads to their CRM, all your suppliers here, analytics. Since it's connected to your actual ad platform, we can see Facebook ad analytics, we can see Google ad analytics, and get an overview of spend and lead volume, average cost per lead over time, which is really important, and your lead quality trend. And here's where we go to AI scoring. So we can see our average quality score for our leads, potential fraud detection, high intent leads, and a score distribution. So you can see Maria Rodriguez has high intent keywords, valid phone number, local IP, and that lead is good. And then here's where we handle our reporting. So we can do weekly reports for our clients through email. We can also do some Slack reports internally for ourselves. And then marketplace and calls are coming soon features. And of course, there's a client portal, or we have a referral program, and you can always give us feedback. So like I mentioned, if you run a PPO agency and you want to try out the software for free, the link is in the description. I'll also be sharing the entire process of how we're growing our own PPO agency and the process of the build out for this software on this channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to follow along. And if you got value from this video, drop a comment and let me know which one of those 4 problems hit home the hardest for you and your agency. I'm curious if either the duct tape stack, the profitability problem, the quality, the lead quality tracking, or the client reporting and retention piece made the most sense for you. And if you're a PPO agency owner who wants to test Flowzy AI, the link is down below, and I'll see you on the next one.